the show. So, for the first time, Canada is playing in the Copa America soccer tournament. I am a little bit of a bandwagoner, so I'm feeling very excited right now. And tonight, we are playing in the tournament's opening match against the defending Copa and World Cup champions, Argentina. And just in case you didn't know, Argentina is very, very good. They also have a little guy playing on their team called Messi. So things are going to get a little spicy tonight. It's going to be amazing. So in honor of those two teams, Canada and Argentina, I wanted to make a recipe that you can make to celebrate this amazing game. And these are my maple chimichurri chicken wings. Do you want to know a fun fact about me? The thing that I miss most about eating meat, I don't miss a lot of things because I love cooking it. I get the smells. I loved chicken wings. I could put back so many chicken wings in my day. They're so tasty. They're a delicious bar snack, perfect for sports. So I'm gonna show you how to make the crispiest, crunchiest, most delicious, juicy chicken wings at home, no fryer required, which is pretty impressive. So the first thing you need to do, there's just a couple of tips and tricks here. The first thing you need to do, I gotta find my sheet pan. Where's my sheet pan? The first thing I'm gonna do is find my sheet pan. I already put it in the oven. Don't worry, she's not on. I'm gonna grab her. All right, so the first thing you need to do is make sure your wings are dry. Anytime you're looking to get something crispy or golden brown, whether it's a steak or chicken wings, you want to dry them off really, really well. So I have done that with about 1 kilo of chicken wings here with some paper towel. Those have gotten perfectly dried off and they're gonna crisp up beautifully. Now I want to give these a little bit more to start encouraging more of that golden brown crispiness. So the first thing I need is about 1 tablespoon of oil. Now I want to use an oil with a high smoke point. So I have got some canola oil here. You could use vegetable oil, you could use grapeseed oil. You need about 1 tablespoon onto those wings. Now, chicken wings have a kind of high skin to meat ratio, so they're already pretty fatty, but you need to add this oil just to give them a little bit of a head start before they hit the heat of the oven and start to render out that delicious fat. So that's on there. Now, we're also gonna add on some cornstarch. Cornstarch is the ultimate crisp factor. It won't go golden brown, but it's gonna give you that like shatteringly crispy, delicious skin. So for that, I need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. If you wanted to, you could replace this. I think probably like a rice starch would work well, but I always have cornstarch handy. I love it so much. All right, add that on. Now, season these up with about 1 teaspoon of salt. Chicken wings do like their salt. It is bar food after all. Something that makes you thirsty is always good. So add on that salt. And then I'm also gonna add in a little bit of pepper. I like making my base wings into almost salt and pepper style wings. So just about a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper is perfect just to give you a little bit of heat. That way, if you want, you can eat these plain, just salt and pepper style, or you can sauce them up with whatever sauce you'd like. Now on it there, I'm also gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder is one of my absolute faves. It gives you roasted garlic flavor without having to roast garlic. All I gotta do is open a jar, which is a dream. So about 1/2 teaspoon gets scattered over top. Now you wanna give these a really good toss. That's gonna almost make that oil and cornstarch into kind of sort of like a slurry on the outside of these chicken wings. The garlic powder smells amazing. You just wanna mix it up until you don't really see any cornstarch left in that bowl. That's gonna coat those wings with almost, sounds gross, but a paste. But that paste is gonna make them really crispy, crunchy. So give those a good toss up. And then the final thing, a piece of equipment you need to make crispy baked wings is a sheet pan lined with a rack. So you want the rack on there because that's gonna allow air, that hot air of the oven, to just circle around those wings and not leave you with like a soggy bottom and a crispy top. Nobody wants a soggy bottom, whether it's wings, pies, or anything else. It's not what we're looking for. And you also want to make sure that you leave room in between your wings. Again, you don't want things touching because things touching can create steam and you do not want steam. So again, pop those down. If you're a flats person, you can just buy flats. If you're a bit of a mix, feel free to do flats and drums. So pop those on there. Then you want to pop these into a 425-degree oven. So a really, really hot oven to get started. You want to pop those in for about 25 minutes. That's going to get that skin crisping up. That fat is going to kind of render out. It's going to get beautiful and crispy, but they're not done cooking. Then you want to, after that 25 minutes at 425, drop the heat to 250, which sounds really, really low, but that's going to slowly cook the inside of those wings. That takes about another 20 to 25 5 minutes, and you end up with the crispiest wings ever. And it smells like chicken wings in here, and I'm very excited about it. So while those do their thing, I'm gonna get to work on that maple chimichurri. So I've got a little bowl here. I know, right? I was like, are we into this? I think I'm into this. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna toss in about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Now, if you want to here, this is where you can use that nice peppery, spicy olive oil, because we're not actually gonna heat this. It's just gonna go onto those hot wings, so it's gonna keep that beautiful perfume. So add that on into a bowl. And a chimichurri is basically just like a chopped herb sauce with some vinegar and some delicious spiciness in there. For vinegar, usually you add in red wine vinegar, maybe sherry vinegar, but we're talking Canada. We gotta rep Canada in this chimichurri, not just Argentina. So I'm gonna add in some apple cider vinegar, because Canada does obviously make apple cider vinegar, but a tablespoon of that goes in. And then for a little more Canada, a little bit of maple syrup. I love that mix, right? It's kind of tacky, it's sweet. So a tablespoon of that goes right on in. And now for those herbs. The first thing you need is a 1/4 cup each of chopped parsley and chopped cilantro. Now, if you don't like cilantro, you might not like chimichurri, I'm not gonna lie. But you could totally sub it out if you wanted to. Sometimes if I'm subbing out cilantro for someone who really doesn't like it, I use Thai basil. Doesn't give you the exact same flavor, but for some reason it works for me. If you don't agree, I'm sorry, but that's okay. Now, I'm also gonna add in a tablespoon of chopped up oregano. That gives you a really nice kind of perfume florally note, really tasty. And then I've also got some minced up shallot. Shallot is like the cutest onion. It's tiny. It's kind of like a cross between garlic and onion, like a red onion and garlic had a baby and made a tiny little cute onion. I minced it up really, really fine. And you wanna use about a tablespoon or 2 into there. Because of that vinegar, that's gonna slightly pickle those shallots just a little bit and bring the heat back and that spice back. Now, I'm gonna add in garlic, so these wings are something that you make for your friends who you're okay having garlic breath hanging out with, so it's gonna be good. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic here that I've minced, add that right on into the bowl. And then I've also got some finger chili. So I'm using about a 1/4 of a finger chili here. I've chopped it up nice and fine because I like that heat. If you don't have this, you could use chili flakes, that would be great. But when you're looking for a finger chili, do not mistake them for Thai chilies. This is a finger chili. It looks like my finger. Like it's literally kind of the, you know? So that, it's like a witch's finger. It's less spicy than a red Thai chili. Those are the teeny tiny ones. Usually, the smaller the chili, the hotter the chili. So this one, not as spicy, but really, really tasty. So I'm gonna give that a mix together. Season that up with some salt and pepper. Essentially with a chimichurri, you don't want it overly liquidy. You want it really nice and herby, almost like a tossed herb salad. I'm gonna add in another splash of vinegar though, just for a bit of punch. And to balance it out, maybe a little splash of that maple syrup. As you can tell, this is a very exact recipe. Perfect. That is looking and smelling delicious. Now, if you wanted to, you could serve this chimichurri on a delicious grilled steak. That would be classic and wonderful. But we're gonna put it on those wings. And speaking of those wings, we got them in this oven over here. Again, we finished them off at that low heat. Oh, and they're looking really good. They are so crunchy. They are golden brown and they smell absolutely out of control. Like, look at those little babies. Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled about those. All right, so I'm gonna transfer those into a big bowl. Now, this is my very, right, crunchy, golden, beautiful. Now, my favorite part about making chicken wings is feeling like I work at a pub. Somehow in like Buffalo, New York, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of buffalo wings, that's probably why. But I toss them into a bowl, and you wanna add that sauce on. At this point, you could do a classic buffalo sauce, you could leave them as salt and pepper wings, but just chuck them all in like I'm doing. And then what you wanna do is get some of that beautiful chimichurri, spoon it over top with all of those herbs, that little bit of vinegar in there. And then you get to do the classic buffalo wing toss, which get your Mary Berg apron if you don't have a regular apron. And then you give it a toss. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. The garlic is just heating up just a titch. These look absolutely out of control. You can serve them up with more of that chimichurri on the side with that maple. Pop them down onto a platter, and you, my friends, are off to the races. Now, to taste these game day wings, please welcome TSN soccer analyst and former professional soccer player, Stephen Caldwell.
Doing well. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I am so thrilled that you are here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. So, Stephen, you used to play soccer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what did you do? What was your career like?
Oh, it was very good. I loved it. It's the greatest career in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
To do something that you love, play soccer all day, but then eventually ends, you get a little too old, and you got to find something else to do.
Yeah. So now you get to talk about the beautiful game. That's absolutely amazing. So, fill us in with everything to do with Copa. So, what's going on with the tournament?
Busy summer. So Copa America is a tournament between South American teams, but this year they've added 6 North American, Central American teams. So it's bigger than ever. It's going to be very exciting. And the biggest part of it is that Canada are opening the tournament against Argentina.
No big deal.
Some little guy called Lionel Messi.
I was
Very good player.
So I'm feeling very excited about this. Again, I love watching people do something that they love, and obviously these soccer players or football players are absolutely amazing. So where and when can we watch this game?
Well, the exciting thing, the interesting thing is we got the European Championships as well.
Yeah.
So we'll be on all day through the European Championships from the stadium in Atlanta, in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We'll be doing England, Slovenia, then we'll have Spain, Italy, and then we'll go live for the match at 7 p.m. It'll kick off at 8. It's going to be a full day of soccer, isn't it? Soccer fans will love it.
I think so, and I feel like you need a little bit of sustenance to get all that stamina.
I need some food, don't
All right, do you want to give one of these wings a try?
I'd love to. I'm a drum guy.
You're a drumstick, so I
Yes.
got that one right there for you.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
looking good,
These look
looking
lovely.
good. Right, not too shabby. Pretty good, pretty juicy, crispy. First
nice.
time eating it, right? It's not bad. Stephen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Go.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.